Hello and welcome to another video of Fatui Only, where we try to beat Genshin Impact using only Fatui characters. So we end up the last video trying to completing all the different fighting challenge that end up into trying to defeat this boss. But we have a big problem. In order to get the last achievement, we actually need to break the shield of this character. And I don't know if that's going to be possible with the characters that we have. Especially because I think the shield starts building up when he's flying. So we need to hit him while he's in the air. And the only character that we can do that is Lyney. And unfortunately, Lyney is a pyro character, so I don't think that pyro is going to break that shield. We need to see if that's possible. We also need to, well, we hit it there and nothing changed. So I don't think this is basically doable. So that means that although we got the frog achievement, I don't think we're going to be able to get this one. It's okay, I think, because it doesn't provide any primogens. It only helps you to complete the whole part of natlan. But I actually want to complete it all now that I can actually do it with Fatui Only. So yeah, I think that would be the the point where we can reach. I wonder if we got Wanderer, then if we will be able to do it, or even if we get Artalia when he is a Hydro character, if he can break the shield. I don't know how the shield works. Oh no, I thought that for moments he's going to rest, but you can see that the moment he touches the land, the shield is gone. So it means that we need to hit it while he's in the air. And what I was saying is, I wonder if Wanderer could do it because he can fly kind of up and as a catalyst can use some different attacks onto him. Or if we get Artalia, he could use his water arrows or hydro arrows to actually hit him. So I don't know what actually breaks the shield. Oh my god, we're almost dead. I might need to defeat him before we die. But I don't know what's the thing triggering the shield to be destroyed. But if you know, please let me know so we can actually retry to do this at some point. We still have time, so then that would be ideal. I don't know if it's going to be time once this video is available or published, but at least there's something we can try in another video and see if we can actually vindicate ourselves and actually show that we can do this with Fatui characters. So yeah, that's kind of like sad that we cannot complete it 100%, but I think that's the only thing that we're not be able to do from the different quests that they give us in this, at least this first update of natlan. So I would say it's pretty good. The only negative thing is that they force us to use non-Fatui characters, like it's the case of Kachina and Mulani. So I hope that doesn't happen anymore in the future, although it's probably going to happen, but I really don't want to see it more often. I know why they do it. I know that they want us to play with the characters and then try to feel them and see how good or how bad they are and then try to pull for them, but at the same time, like, for this kind of challenge, it's kind of like horrible. They have been doing this since forever. I know that you need to use a traveler to get into Inazuma. I think there are some quests, for example, that you need to use Raiden Shogun to defeat some wolves or something like that. I don't think we did that quest. I wonder if it's like one of those that you need to unlock with a key. That's interesting. Or maybe I did and I forgot, but I think we haven't done it yet, so maybe something is going to get unlocked later, but at least in Archons only we haven't done it and we have Raiden Shogun, so that would not be a problem there, but it would be a problem in this account, for example. So we will see how we can actually progress on what other things we can do. The good thing is that we can do natlan without having to do the other nations, thanks to the early way to activate the whole natlan region. So I'm really happy about that, and that's the main reason why we're doing this with Fatui Only, is because like Inazuma is locked and without Inazuma you cannot start Sumerian, you can start Fontaine, so then like you would not even progress until you get natlan. So with this quick start, then it solves our problems, and finally we can actually do it. Oh, we're still missing some of the fighting scenes. Oh well, we can do that later. So the other things that we're going to do in this video is try to complete as much as we can of the Archon story quest, basically because I want to reach to the scene where we can see Capitano. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. I want to see his skills, what we can do, what type of weapon he has, what type of element he has, and I think that would be great. I hope he's released in Natlan, but I don't know if it's going to be Natlan or if it's going to be in Snetsnaya, but we need to get a new Fatui. I hope so in this region. So again, they're forcing us to use Kachina to try to defeat different enemies and try to progress through the challenge. But as I said before, the only thing that I'm going to allow myself to do is try to use basic attacks. So as you can see here, I'm only using basic attacks to defeat him. And I think that's going to get funnier in the later ones where you need to use, or at least they're forcing you to use her skill to climb things or move around. So that's something that we're not going to do. We're going to do it old style. We're going to use it climbing ourselves and try to avoid using any element, any other thing, and only using basic attacks. I feel like these fights are kind of like easy. They're easy to dodge. They're easy to defeat. So I don't think it's like a huge problem. Of course, they're taking more time because we're only using our basic attacks and we're doing barely a little bit of damage compared to if we use our skills. But they're doable. You can see that little by little we can do damage to different enemies, and I think that's what counts basically. I hope everything is doable with the characters that we have, or at least doing this with Kachina. I hope they don't make us use any skill or element or something like that. And but we will see. We will see how far we can advance. And if we reach an impasse that we cannot continue, then again I'll turn to you and see what do you think about this challenge. What do we need to do? What do we need to stop doing maybe? And see how far we can actually get. So yeah, everything is like trying to compromise in different things. For example, we were not supposed to use Kachina because we are only going to use Fatui characters, but if they're forcing us, I think a good compromise is that we don't use any skills. Do we need to dodge in here? What do we need to do? Oh, do we need to climb there? Oops. Yes, see, they want you to use your skill, but we're going to do it just like by doing old school. I don't think it's required. Let's see, can we destroy this? Yes, perfect. So we need to use Pyro in here. Geo in here. That could be something that they pretend us to use, like to use Geo to break a shield, for example. That could be a problem, but luckily they didn't think about that, and they think about people only using basic attacks. I don't know. I don't know what do they have in mind, but at least it's doable. It's more half of her health. It's gone, so that means that we're actually progressing. Let's see if she does another crazy thing, for example, another way she goes into the pillars. Oh, we can cancel her attacks with our charge attacks. That's crazy. Have you seen that? Can we do it again? Okay, she's gone again. Where is she? Oh, she created a pillar. Let's see if we have enough stamina to actually climb this. Okay, you have some stamina recharging things there. So I guess they were thinking on people not using her skills. Yeah, that's going to regenerate our stamina. Oh, there are so many of them. Is there another one up there? Oh, we're almost done. I hope we don't have to climb it again. That would be terrible, basically. But yeah, we're almost there. And what do we need to do to her? Just kill her? Yeah. Okay, good. We're able to do it. And then this is the final battle. We didn't have to do anything. It was just a cutscene. So I'm happy that we don't have to do anything. We don't have to use any skill or anything, but yeah, Kachina won, and that's the whole reason of the whole this part is that we can use well, Kachina was successful, and then she goes to the other weird realm to fight the abyss, so that's completely done. And because this is actually again another Fatui only video, I actually want to have some parts where we can use Fatuis. And as I mentioned before, we're still missing some of these fights, so I guess this is going to be useful to complete what we need. I actually hate these enemies, they're so powerful, but at least oh my god, we're so damaged. Oh my god, we're dead. Okay, we need to be more careful. So there's still 3 more enemies, so it's these 2 of them and probably one of the bigger bosses. So I might need to revive one of our characters, because I don't think Lynette and Femine can defeat them all. These ones are going to be easy, but I'm afraid of the other one. Even Femine is kind of like dead. And I don't think Lynette could handle these ones by herself. So probably I'm going to revive lyney. Let's see if we can do it with Femine. Should we heal him? Yeah, probably. We don't have much food. I just started crafting some healing food basically because every time I'm trying to revive them, I don't have anything to do with them. The good thing about having lyney is that the enemies target the cat basically, so especially this one that create like some water columns, water attacks. Oh my god, we're almost dead again. Can we heal? Well, there, those ones, those water laser beams are targeted to the cat, so then that's kind of like great, because we're not, we don't need to dodge much and we can constantly attack, but we need to survive first. Let's see if we can actually make it do it. Yes, see, you can see like they target the cat, so that's great for us because at least we are kept alive. And they don't target specifically to us, they target the cat, and that's beneficial at some point. The problem is that we are not breaking the shield as fast as we can. I don't know what's the weakness of these enemies, like how do you can defeat or break the shield more easily? Do you need Hydro? Do you need Electro? Do you need Dendro? I don't know. It seems that Pyro is not the one. I thought like always with Hydro to use Pyro, but maybe it's another element. I know Creo and Electro are the opposite ones. But yeah, I don't know what to do with Hydro. I thought it was Pyro. Maybe it's because like we are not doing much reaction damage. I don't know. These crazy new enemies, I don't know how do they work. Maybe I should read. Probably there is a guide in the internet telling you like what their weakness is and how do you defeat them. I feel like in Fontaine everything was easier because it was like Numa and Osha, and that was basically giving you an advantage. Oh, I wonder if you can break the shields just by using the weird skills that they have in this region. Maybe that's a reason, maybe that's a way to do it easier or faster. Maybe. That would be a great advantage then. I know that in Fontaine it backfired because no one used Usher Numa because like the way that you disarm the enemies was not lasting longer. So then in the end it was not worth to build these new characters and use them specifically to defeat the monsters. When you can do the same thing with the characters that you have, the only thing that you do is like they stop attacking just for like, I don't know, seconds? So maybe if they want to do something more lasting, then it would be, or it would make more sense. But I think that was not a really good plan on Fontaine enemies basically, or the different abilities that they would try to push there. Maybe they learned their lessons and they're doing that in Natlan. We will see. We will only see that when we get an Natlan character that is a Fatui or an Archon. But for now, we still have to defeat the enemies old school, old style, without having advantages. So what we're doing here is continue with the story quest. So this is in between in between, they sent Kachina to the other side, and we're trying to do something with Mulani's region, town, I don't know how it's called, tribe? I think it's a tribe. But yeah, I guess that what we see the circle there is something related to Mulani, because she's in our team, but we're not using her. That's the whole point, not try to use her. But I guess we're getting some benefit for having her in here. Can we push them to the water? Can they drown? Oh, they came out. Well, we can do... Vaporize. Okay, that could work. Can we freeze them? Maybe I should freeze them. Why it changed? It automatically changed. Okay, I think this is the final part. We need to defeat this portal in here. And of course we need to defeat the other enemies that are there. But I think it's going to be easy to do. I hope so. Maybe I'm wrong. We need to try to avoid to die, basically. Oh my god, they move so much. Or I'm terrible at aiming. See, that's a symbol. I think it's something with Mulani. I don't know what she's doing. Let's see if we can defeat these. Okay, it's working. So I think after this, we have a lot of talk with the Archon, and then probably not going to include anything of that. I want to reach the point where we see Capitano. That will be the creme of the creme in this in this video, because basically that's the only Fatui super interesting that we can actually fight, or we can actually use at some point. I hope so. It's going to be playable. I hope it doesn't die. Like what happened with Signora. Yeah, this is the part. Okay, Fatui is over there. Come on. Perfect. What a great entrance. Oh wow, he's the first. I didn't know that. Okay, so then it's confirmed that he's the first. That's great. So I wonder how that changed everything. Is he going to supposed to be the stronger one? So I wonder if he's going to defeat at some point the Pyro Archon. Maybe. Especially because the Pyro Archon weakened herself to save the whole nation. So then it could be a point where the Pyro Archon is going to get killed. I hope that doesn't happen, because then Archons only will not have a Pyro Archon or a Pyro character, but then it would be interesting to see that part from the Fatuis, basically. I think this is the scene we saw in the trailer, but now it's better quality, for sure. Oh, I'm going to get so many thumbnails with these. That's amazing. Both for Archons only and Fatui only. This is basically the fight between Archons and Fatuis. Wow, that's so great. So they were saying, I've been reading rumors that they were saying that they have a similar fighting style, so probably they are a little bit related, and there are a lot of people saying that he is Mabuika's father, which means like he should be super old. But I think that's a crazy theory. I hope it's true, and to bring some of it. Maybe that's why he wants to rule the whole natlan, because he's the father of the Archon, basically. Maybe he was the one who was supposed, or he was expected to be the Pyro Archon, and then they selected her daughter. I don't know. We will see what happens with this story. I think it's going to be super interesting. See, they have similar fighting styles. That's an interesting thing. And they can fly. Is that a skill from Mabuika that we can use? Like shooting these different projectiles that follow people? Why he can fly? That's great. What a great cinematic. Is the final storm? Okay. So Mabuika won. That's great. That's a really amazing cinematic. So Mawika's hurt. What happened with Capitano? Okay, he's hurt too. Ooh, Pyro. What that means? Is he a Pyro character? What that would mean? That would be interesting to see. I think with this we're going to end the video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you really like it. And I see you in the next one. Bye bye.